It's a Monday morning. I open my wardrobe and see this shirt I haven't worn in a while. I feel guilty, so I put it on, to prove to myself it wasn't a waste of money. But within 5 seconds, I can already pick apart the things I hate about it. So I take it off and shove it back in the bursting wardrobe. I'll keep it just in case. This was me on repeat day after day. That cliche, wardrobe full of stuff, nothing to wear. Since massively decluttering my clothes over the past year or so, I feel like I'm finally finding my true style. And getting dressed in the morning is easy. So here are the 10 simple habits that I feel like are improving my style. The 5-second rule. If I put on this item and within 5 seconds, I can already tell there are things that annoy me about it. Either it's too tight, it just doesn't fit right, maybe it doesn't flatter my body, maybe it's too see-through, maybe I can't exactly pinpoint what it is, but I just don't feel comfortable in this item. If within 5 seconds, I kind of feel like taking it off and swapping for something else, that's usually a good sign that this is an item I don't really like. And by paying attention to how an item makes us feel, I think it's a really good way to start improving our style and to not just have fashionable or trendy pieces in our wardrobe, but actually have stylish items that do make us feel good. The second habit I have incorporated here is decluttering consistently. And I know this might not sound that appealing because maybe you have clicked on this video thinking, oh, she's gonna give me ideas of where to shop for items. But actually, I have found that decluttering has made a huge difference to my style. And it's really allowed me to just be a lot more intentional with the items that I have in my wardrobe and the items that I do keep. So over the past year or so, I have decluttered over 80% of my clothes. I honestly am not even joking. I used to have hundreds of items in both my wardrobe, under my bed, in like little wardrobes we had in other rooms. My clothes were just everywhere. And my current autumn wardrobe, which includes, jumpers and cardigans and coats and shoes, I have about 44 items in total, I believe. Another thing I started doing is I digitally cataloged all of my items. Well, almost all of them. I did autumn, winter, and I'm gonna do spring and summer when the season comes. But by doing this, it has allowed me to see, are there any items that I'm not really fond of? Are there any items that I don't even feel like putting up on that digital catalog? And if that's the case, there must be a reason why. The items that I was the most excited to put on there, those were really good items to keep, because obviously those are items I cherish, I wear a ton, but it has been really helpful and I have actually decluttered quite a lot more items since I started doing this. It has helped me see if I have a lot of duplicates in a category that I am not wearing, and it just felt really fun. It felt like a fun way to find my style and to help improve as well. And not only have I digitally cataloged all of the items, but I've also started tracking my daily outfits. I've been using the Index app. You can use that, it's free. You could do a spreadsheet, or you can even just take selfies on your phone and save them in an album, like daily outfits or something like that. And it has really helped me see, what are the items I am actually wearing every single day. It helped me kind of give me a bit of a nudge to wear something maybe other than my black leggings. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I still wear them a ton, but sometimes you want just to kind of have a bit of variety. I want to make myself feel put together, and this habit has really, really helped with that. My fifth tip for you is to pay attention to the fit. So the fit of the item itself, because sometimes we think, oh, a black cardigan, it's such a staple, I couldn't ever get rid of it. But whenever I put on that black cardigan, maybe it's too big on me, maybe it doesn't feel flattering, maybe it just doesn't make me feel good. And sometimes the reason for that is the fit of the item. I'm not saying it has to be super fitted on your body, but just a kind of fit that feels flattering on you, that feels good on you, and just something you feel comfortable in. When you step outside your door, you just feel like you're ready to take on the day and you feel confident in what you're wearing. That's the whole goal of our wardrobe, isn't it? And the next thing I've started doing is to really pay attention to the fabric as well. So whenever I buy new items, I really try to pay attention to the fabric, how it feels, what it's made of. And I have noticed that, for example, in a plain white t-shirt, you would think, well, it's the same, right? It's just a plain white t-shirt. But having a 100% cotton t-shirt that's like a really good quality cotton actually makes a whole world of a difference to that plain t-shirt, because it will fit you better, it will just have a bit more structure, it won't be see-through. And so I'm really trying my best to pay more attention to the fabrics and buy items that feel really nice and can actually last for longer as well. I've also really started to be more intentional about the proportions of the outfits. I don't think there's any right or wrong here, because we are all different. We have different body shapes. We just feel comfortable in different things. But for me, I noticed I feel the best when I've got either a more fitted top and kind of flowy bottoms, or a kind of baggier top bit and tighter bottoms. So like, for example, if I've got a big sweatshirt, I will do tight leggings, and then sometimes I would do like a chunkier trainer, and that kind of feels really balanced to me. So I think the proportions of the outfit can make a big difference. For myself, I know if I've got a pair of really wide leg trousers and a really oversized jumper as well, I personally feel a bit frumpy, like I just don't feel myself. I feel like I'm a bit swallowed by my outfit. You know, everybody's different. I'm not saying that's a wrong outfit to wear. It's just not something that I feel like it suits me. Now, when it comes to shopping, keep a wish list. Now, I know this is not as exciting as, oh, I'm just gonna go out on a shopping spree and find the best bargains, but actually in the long run, it might just be the best thing you can do for your wardrobe, for your style, and for your confidence levels as well. I have found that when I go out shopping and I don't have a specific item in mind, I'm just browsing around and I'm grabbing what's a bargain, what feels like is a staple item. I just throw them in my basket. I usually end up with a lot of items that I don't really wear that much. Sometimes I get home and I realize I have duplicates of that I didn't really need. And so that's kind of how I feel like I ended up with this massive wardrobe overstuffed with things that just didn't make me feel good. So nowadays, let's say I'm scrolling on Instagram, I see this item and I really want it. With Prime and everything like that, we're so used to having everything on our doorstep the next day or even the same day. What I have found really helpful is to slow down. So I just put items on a wish list. I have a list in the notes app on my phone, or sometimes I will take a picture of the item if I'm out in the shop and keep it in an album on my phone as well. That's called my wish list. How obvious. And I usually give myself at least a few weeks. So I will sit on that and see, you know, do I actually desire this 2 weeks from now? Can't even tell you how much this has helped to curb those impulse buys and to make sure I buy items that actually complement my current wardrobe and that will be a good buy and not just an impulse that I'm gonna quickly declutter a few months from now. Shop less but better. Since going on this minimalism journey, I have started buying way less items than I used to. And when I do buy, again, I use the wish list and I also try to be really intentional. You know, is this item filling a gap in my wardrobe? Is this an item I see myself wearing a lot? Or is it just a trendy item that I like the look of on the model, but realistically in my lifestyle with running around after a toddler, I'm never gonna wear that. Or maybe I'll wear it once and then that's it. So it's being more intentional with our purchases. It will make a huge difference to our style. And this one's a really simple one, but I think it's really important. And that's to use a lint roller and an electric fabric shaver. I think we get so used to, myself included, I used to do this too, to just declutter items because they no longer look good, right? They're a bit old, maybe they've been worn a lot. I'm not saying hold on to items that have holes in, but if there's anything that has maybe just a bit of bubbling, maybe it just doesn't look that great, try first a lint roller and the fabric shaver. And sometimes that's all the fabric needs to freshen it up and to make it look almost like new again. I've done this with some of my sweatshirts, some knitwear, and it really helps prolong the life of that item. And if it's in our wardrobe and it's been worn a lot, it probably means it's a really good item for us, right? It's a really good fit, it's something that we cherish a lot, and so this way we can prolong the life of that item and enjoy wearing it a bit more. Our style and the clothes we wear can have a massive impact on our confidence levels. So having a curated closet of items we truly love is super important in my book.